guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today's tutorial is on how to make the trendy baggy pants with inner pockets. So if you are interested, continue watching and watch to the end so you understand every part of this video, okay? And before we continue, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up so that every other person can benefit from the video as well. Thank you so much. So guys, if you are new, you are welcome. My name is Chisom Ene. Subscribe to join the family and turn on the notification bell for more videos. So with that being said, let's get started. So for that particular pant, I have my African print here. This is 6 yards, but we are not going to make use of all the 6 yards. I'll be using 3 yards for this. And I have my elastic band. So the first step is to place my fabric on fold. I'm going to fold the fabric using my hip measurements divided by 4. But because this is a baggy pant, I'm going to be adding 4 inches to my hip measurement. So my hip measurement is 43 plus 4, which is 47 inches. I'll be using 47 inches for this pant because it's big, okay? So 47 divided by 4 will give me 11.75. 47 over 4 will give us 11.75. I'll be adding extra 5 inches to place my fabric on fold. So this is the hip measurement I'll be using, plus 5 inches, which will cover for all the allowances I need for the baggy pant. I hope you understand. So instead of measuring 11.75, I'm going to be measuring 16.75. So I'll place my fabric on fold with 16.75. So the 4 inches I added here is not constant. If you want your own baggy pants to be bigger, okay, you can increase it by 5 inches or 6 or thereabout, or you can equally reduce it. You can add 3 inches, 2 inches, just play around with it. Whatever you choose to add as your extra ease allowance, go ahead and do that. So the 4 inches is not constant, okay? So guys, I've placed my fabric on fold and I have about 16.75 inches over here, as I explained before, okay? So I'll mark out my starting point line, and this represents my waist line. Over here I have 1 inch marked out. This 1 inch represents my sewing allowance at the side, my sewing allowance of 1 inch, okay? So that is it. The next step is to add my vertical measurement, which is the measurement you take from your waistline downwards. The trouser is going to have elastic waistband, and the height of my band is going to be 2 inches. 2 inches. So before taking my vertical measurement, I'm going to take away 2 inches. So minus 2 inches here, I'll take my vertical measurement. So I'm going to take away 2 inches and measure my crotch depth. So to get your crotch depth, divide your hip circumference measurement by 4. Okay? So my hip measurement is 43. 43 divided by 4 will give me 10.75. I'm going to add extra 1.5 inches to that because it's a free pant. 1.5 inches, which will take me to 12.25. So my crotch depth here is going to be 12.25, and I mark. So this is a very simple pant. Just pay attention. So I've gotten my crotch depth. The next vertical measurement I'll be taking is the length of the pant. Okay, the length of the pant for me is going to be 41 inches. I'll be adding 2 inches for hemming, making it 43 inches. Then I mark. So guys, the vertical measurement I have here is my waistline, my crotch depth line, and the length of the pant. These 3 vertical measurements. The next step is to get my crotch curve. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to come to the crotch depth line and impute my hip circumference measurement divided by 4. And like I explained before, my actual hip measurement is 43, but because this is a baggy pant, I've added extra 4 inches, bringing it to 47 inches. So 47 inches divided by 4 will give me 11.75. So over here, I'm going to measure 11.75 and mark. So I'm going to measure the same at the waistline, 11.75 at the waistline. So I'll connect the 2 points. This is now my crotch line. So having gotten this line, to draw my curve, I'm going to equally impute my thigh measurement divided by 2. So my thigh measurement is 25. My thigh measurement is 25. Okay? Because it's a baggy pant, I'll be adding 4 inches extra again, bringing it to 29. 29 inches divided by 2 this time around. So 29 divided by 2 will give us 14.5. Okay? So my thigh measurement is 14.5. So I'll come to the crotch line, crotch depth line, and measure 14.5. Can you see 14.5 and mark? Like I said, you must not add 4 inches to your thigh measurement. This depends on how large or how big you want the baggy pants to come out or to be. You can equally reduce it. Do you understand? So whatever you choose to do is up to you. So having marked that, I'm going to come over here and measure 2 inches upwards in order to draw my crotch curve. So having done that, I'm going to make a curve to this point. In order for the curve not to be too deep, I'll come over at this corner and come up by 1 inch, and connect from here to here to here. So watch how I'm going to go about it. So this is now my crotch curve. Okay, so that is that. So the next step is to take from here to here the measurement I have over here to the hemline. So I have 14.5 here. So over to the hemline, I'll equally measure 14.5. I'm going to connect that with a straight line. Because this is an elastic waistband, there is no need for that, either at the front or at the back side. Do you understand? So here I'm going to add half inch or any sewing allowance I need for this side. I will add. So this is it for the front side. I'm going to cut it out now, and I'll show you how to create an opening for the pocket. Okay? So after cutting, this is what I have. I'm going to use this to cut the back side. We are going to cut the back side now, and I've placed my fabric on fold. I have about 3 inches extra here, okay? And over here I still have some allowances here. For the back side, I will simply modify it a bit, okay? Because we have the butt at the back side, so that everything will balance up. To modify the back side, I'll come over here. At the waistline, I'll just go up by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches to help the back side balance very well, so that the trouser will not look sagging. So at that point, I'm going to connect from that point to this side with a straight line. So as you can see, the line is not straight, it's slanted, so that while sewing the two sides, it will be equal. That is the reason why I have to slant this side and not draw it straight. Do you understand? Having done that, the next step will be to connect from here now, not the allowance, from here to here. So having done that, I'm going to now measure 3 inches and mark. So I'm going to connect like this. So this is for us to get our back crotch curve. So having done that, I'll measure 2 inches as well. At this corner, I'll measure 1 inch and connect, so that the curve will not be too deep. Can you see what I have? So this is the back crotch curve, while this is the front crotch curve. I hope it's clear. So this is basically all the modification I need to do to the back side. Do you understand? So the next step is to draw my straight line from this point to the hem line. So here I'll add a little joining allowance, just like I did at the front side. So guys, the next step is to trim the waistline at the front side. This is optional. Do you understand? If you don't want, just leave it like that. So I'll measure 1/2 inch here and mark 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect it back to the waistline. Over here, I have 1/2 inch for joining allowance at the waistline. I'll place my ruler like this and reconnect like this. Can you see? So I'm going to trim off this part. I hope you understand. So having done that, the next step is to create my pocket opening. So guys, at this point, if you have not given the video a thumbs up, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, so that it will reach every other person. Do you understand? So I'm going to create my pocket opening. To do that, I'm going to place my tape at the waistline and measure 7 inches. 7 inches for my pocket opening. The only thing I'm going to do is to come here and give it a notch. Just a notch to indicate that part. So by the time I sew my pocket, you get to understand. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of... Go ahead and try it out. Let me know your results in the comment section. And if you have any question, drop it in the comment section as well. I will attend to it. So if you don't know how to make a pencil trouser or a pencil pant with Ankara fabric like this, I have a tutorial explaining that in detail. So I'm going to drop the link of that video in the description box of this particular video or in the comment section. Just click to watch. You understand? So that is that. We are going to cut the pocket now. To cut the pocket, I've placed my fabric on fold and I have about 8 inches of fold. Then the length of the pocket will be 14 inches. So I'll cut it out now. We need 2 pockets, so I'm going to place this on top of this one and cut the same thing. So guys, we now have our 2 pockets ready. The next thing I'm going to do is to trim this side. So guys, now we are done cutting the pants. It's time for us to join or sew the pants. So to sew the pants, I'm going to start with the front side. So I'm going to bring the front part of the pants. So this is the front part. The first step is to go over to the machine and I'm going to stitch following this line to this point. So guys, after stitching, this is what I have. So the next step is to attach the pocket. So I'm going to take one pocket. This is the right side. So this is the right side. So I'm going to place it like this, right side to right side. I'll place it like this. So this is my notch for the pocket opening. So what I'll be doing is to measure 0.75. Can you see 0.75 over there? 0.75. I'm going to come down here by ½ inch and mark. So the next step is to go over to the machine and sew along this line, like this, like this, like this. It's as simple as that. Like this, like this, like this. After sewing the pocket, I went ahead to place the allowance towards the pocket side and top stitch. So guys, having done that, the next step is to fold the pocket inward like this, and I'll arrange it properly. So this ½ inch, this is the ½ inch I removed earlier. Can you see? Arrange it properly. You can pin it down. So let me pin that side. So this ½ inch is our joining allowance. So this is it, and here I have something like this. So having done that, the next step is to fold the pocket into 2 like this. Remember, this is the center notch. Make sure it's equal. So I'm going to pin it down as well. So guys, after pinning it, this is what I have. So this is our pocket. Can you see? So what I'll do next is to go and close this side. So I'll close this side. After closing it, you weave it. Do you understand? You weave this side so that the pocket will be strong. So the same thing applies to this side. So guys, I'll now go over to the machine to close up this side. After closing it up, I'm going to stitch here just to hold it in place, and equally stitch here. And then again, I'll equally stitch here and stop where the pocket stop, just to hold them in place. So guys, after sewing the pocket, this is what I have, as you can see. So the pocket is looking so nice. This is the wrong side of the trouser, and this is the front side or the right side of the pants. So, and we have our pockets ready. So the front side of the pant is done. So we are going to join the back side. So guys, this is the back side. I've equally gone to the machine to stitch the crotch line together, as you can see. So we now have this. The next step is to place it right side to the right side, the front and back, right side to the right side. And I'm going to go to the machine and join with my sewing allowance. And I'm going to sew from here all the way down. I'll join the two sides. When you are sewing this, be mindful of this pocket. Don't close it. If you close it, it's double work for you. You have to lose it and sew again. Okay? So you place it like this and stitch. Make sure you don't close the pocket. Just stitch following the pocket. You will feel it where the pocket stops. Sew along the pocket opening down. Don't close the pocket. Do you understand? So guys, after joining the two sides, this is what I have. The next step is to close the crotch depth side, this side. So I'll go over to the machine. I'll merge these lines together, the crotch line. I'll merge it together. I'm going to sew from the center here. Okay, so I'm going to stitch from here towards this side, stitch from here towards the other side to close this side. After sewing the crotch depth line, this is it. So I've turned to the right side, and you can see the trouser is looking so beautiful. This is the pocket over here, and that is the second pocket. So guys, the next step is to cut out the band and attach it as well. I'm going to attach a rope to the elastic band. Okay, so if you don't know how to go about that, just continue watching. Don't skip any part. So we are going to measure what I have here and use it to cut the band. So guys, what I have here is 25.5. So basically the length of the band is going to be 51 inches. 51 inches. So I'll cut it out now. The height of our band is 2 inches. So this is 2.5. I'll use ½ inch for my sewing allowance. So having done that, now I've ironed it properly to get the center of the band. The center will be useful. Just continue watching. So the next step is to fold this belt into two. So I'm going to measure 25.5. Unfold 25.5 and mark. This is 25.5. So for that pint, I have 25.5 as the waist measurement. That is 51 inches divided by 2. Do you understand? Because I folded the band into 2. I hope you are following. So guys, having done that, now mind you, this place is the center. This is the center. This is the reason why I have to iron it, to get the center of the band. Remember, I said that this elastic waist pant is going to have a rope. To have a rope, and I've gone ahead to make the rope. Okay, so we are going to create an opening for this rope. So to do that, from the center here, the center of the band, I'm going to measure 0.75 and mark 0.75. At that point, I'll measure half inch. Half inch will be the opening for my rope. Do you understand? Half inch. So the remaining one will be like 1.25. 1.25. Okay? So remember, my sewing allowance over here is half inch. So by the time I take away my half inch, I'll be left with 0.75. Do you understand? So I want the rope opening to be at the center. So guys, I'm going to stitch from here, stop here, leave this space, and then continue from here. So guys, after I'm done sewing the band, this is what I have. So you can see this side is completely closed, while this side I have an opening over here. So it's time for me to attach the band to the pant. So guys, to attach the band, I'm going to get the front side of the pant, and at the center crotch line, I'm going to merge it with that side that I left opening. With that side that I left open, this is the open side. Then I'll face it like this. Do you understand? So basically, this side that has open will be touching the trouser itself. Do you understand? So this is how I'm going to place it. I'll open the band like this, and yeah, I'll place it like this. Can you see? So I'll be starting my stitches from this side and then stop this side as well. So guys, after sewing, this is what I have. This is the right side of the band and the front side of the pant. So as you can see, this is the opening I left for the rope. So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold in. I'll fold in my half-inch sewing allowance like this. Okay? And I'm going to sew all round. But because I'm going to insert my elastic, I'm going to leave a space over here to pass through my elastic. So guys, after sewing the band, this is what I have. As you can see, I left a space here where I'm going to pass through my elastic. Do you understand? So it's time for me to now insert my elastic. I'll use my safety pin. So the elastic I have here is my normal waist measurement. That is my original waist circumference without any extra allowance. Minus 3 inches. That's what I have here. So I'm going to place my safety pin inside. Can you see? And I'm going to pass it through like this. So the next step is to hold it, the two of them like this, and I'll go and stitch. I'll stitch the two of them like this, and after that I'll stretch the elastic for them to enter inside the band, and I'll close up the allowance I left for the elastic. Do you understand? After inserting the elastic, this is what I have. Okay? So because this is going to have a rope, I'm going to create a channel for the rope. Do you understand? I'll run a stitch here. So I'll just mark this point. That is before the opening. Before the opening at this side, I'll run a stitch. While sewing this, I'm going to be stretching the elastic while sewing. It's very, very important. Do you understand? Stretch and sew, stretch and sew. So after running a stitch all round, then I'm going to skip the opening here and I'll run another stitch here. Here. So I'm going to do the same thing. Remember, while sewing, you stretch. Okay? So after running the stitch, then we are going to insert our rope. After creating the channel for the rope, this is what I have. As you can see, the elastic band has relaxed very well and is looking so nice. So as for the length of the rope I have here, this is almost 2 yards. To insert the elastic, I'll put my safety pin like this, close it up, and then this is the hole I created. From there, I'm going to push through the elastic. Do you understand? I'm going to insert it like this. So guys, this is it. After inserting the rope, the trouser or the pant is looking so nice. So this is it about the baggy pants. Go ahead and try it out. Let me know your results in the comment section. So guys, I've gone ahead to hem the down part as well. So guys, if you have not given the video a thumbs up, go ahead and do that now so that every other person can benefit from the tutorial as well. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'll see you again. For now, it is bye-bye.